What is good, NIO family? It's your boy Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the one and only NIO and why I'm extremely bullish for the near-term and long-term futures. I'm also going to talk about the overall stock market and how on earth this has affected NIO quite recently. I'm going to talk about other pieces of news that did affect the overall market, pieces of news affecting NIO, and what NIO just put on their Twitter page that makes me super excited. But before I do get started and say anything about NIO, I do have to mention a couple of things. First off, I'm not a financial legal or taxation expert, so don't take this as financial legal or taxation advice. Everything in this video is solely for entertainment purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash that like button if you want to see more videos like this, and not only benefits me, but this entire NIO community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link in the description. If you guys do sign up, you're going to have a chance at winning an iPhone 13 Pro. So you could get a free iPhone 13 Pro if you sign up, but also you're going to get up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500 if you sign up with the link below. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at NIO, it's looking pretty good right now, guys. It's up over 2.41% during the day and another 0.82% in the green in the after hours. So overall, it's up over 3% if you count after hours for the last 24 hours. Once again, a very good sign. Now, that makes me very excited for NIO because it's looking pretty good right now. But before I talk about NIO into full detail, let's just talk about what's going on with the market. So looking at the NASDAQ, it's up over 3.03%. Let's go, guys. And looking at the S&P 500, it's up about 2.07%, looking pretty good too. So let's look at the 3-month chart and then zoom into what's going on right now. As you can see, the S&P 500 was running up and up and up and up. Then it dipped all the way down to $448. Now it's starting to recover and it's looking really strong right now. Once again, a very good sign. So I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to mean that the market's just going to explode overnight. It is an indicator that we could be entering a bullish cycle, and it does look like capitulation is coming. And the reason why I'm saying that is because look at what the New York Times is just going crazy over. They're saying that as the Omicron threats loom, as inflation goes crazy, as the Fed does this, and oh my goodness, they're just spreading as much FUD as they can. But despite that, despite all the Fed that's coming out, all the FUD, all the fear, look at the S&P. It's still in the green, which means that people are used to the market trying to scare people. People are used to what on earth these people are doing. And the thing about my thesis on this is I think the market is going to start showing some bullish signs leading up to the end of the year. But there are some nuances because of a thing called inflation and the Fed. So my point is the market should be in the green, but there are some ifs and buts that could possibly cause it to drop a little bit or even see more volatility. But overall, I'm still very bullish. This is also shown in the fear and greed index, guys. Right now it's at 35. That's actually a lot better than where it was before. Before it was people were extremely fearful. Now they are still a little bit fearful because of the Fed and inflation, but they're nowhere near as concerned as before. That's a very good sign. People are not panicking like before. We're improving considerably. So for NIO, what does this mean for NIO? The market is allowing NIO to make more and more moves, hence why we see NIO going in the green. So yesterday we closed at around 32. Today we closed at 33 point, what is that? 33.2, I believe. Oh no, 33.12. We rose up to 34.52. We dropped to about 32.68 and we closed at 33.12 a share. Very good. From a Bollinger Band standpoint, high volatility in the beginning, but then it really went down and we saw consolidation at a higher range, which means NIO is ready to stair step its way up once again. So let's look at the MACD and the RSI real quick. If I bring up the 6-month chart, you guys can see something very interesting. So check this out right here. You could see that the RSI is beginning to show that NIO is showing strength. We're at 33.37. Before we were only at 31 or very low. So we're starting to see this recovery. That's a very good sign for NIO. We're at 33.37. Additionally, guys, that still indicates that NIO is oversold, so it's basically undervalued still. This is why Goldman Sachs and other, Benzinga, they're all stating that this is a very good buying opportunity. The MACD is showing that NIO was in a bearish cycle, but then we're hitting the end as the 9-day moving average and the MACD are on the verge of crossing again, which means that we could see a very good recovery coming up very soon for NIO. And basically, guys, I just think NIO is looking very undervalued right now. I mean, look at the CCI. It's very low compared to where it should be. That just basically shows NIO compared to the average price. It's looking very, very undervalued right now, guys. I think NIO can make some very good runs from here on out. But once again, it does depend on the market. And right now, the market looks like it's going to allow it. So as of right now, I'm very, very bullish. Now, let's talk about other pieces of news before I talk about what I think is going to play out. Look at this right over here. According to South Chinese Morning Post, China's regulators have sued they've soothed the nervous market over Chinese stocks delisting. That means that the regulators are stating that they do not want to delist more Chinese stocks. They're very, very complacent right now, and they are not trying to spread FUD. They're just trying to be honest because the whole DD situation was a lot more different. But then that's the thing that I want to talk about, because it was also reported today that NIO and other companies are very likely, or at least eligible, to list on the Hong Kong exchange, according to Goldman. Very, very good sign. That's going to help NIO not just explode, but it's going to be very good for investors, because look at this right here. If you sign up for Moomoo, you're going to have access to Hong Kong exchange. That means that if you're concerned about delisting in any way, shape, or form for any Chinese stocks, you could always just buy XBONG and NIO and all these your favorite stocks on the Hong Kong exchange. So you won't have to worry about delisting or anything like that, because we know these things have potential. But I'm just putting it out there that this is just a safety measure you could take if you are concerned. But right now, there doesn't seem to be concerns about NIO getting delisted. The FUD is just getting out of the way, guys. It's looking really good. And this is why other articles out there are basically talking about why they're very bullish. Benzinga is talking about why NIO shares are rising. They're also talking about the fact that the People's Bank of China on Monday announced that it will reduce reserve requirements for some banks. Once again, a very good sign. That makes people even more bullish for NIO. But another big thing is right over here, according to the Motley Fool. They have an article called Why NIO Stock is on Fire Today. And they're just going on like with the details about how NIO is improving with their SUV, their ES8 in Norway. And they're talking about the big day, guys. Something big is coming. LeasePlan has nearly 1.8 million vehicles across 29 countries, and they're basically trying to become as green and EV as possible. So as EV cars become more accustomed and more used in Europe and China, NIO's potential gets even bigger. And this is the thing I was talking about. Not only has NIO just confirmed that they're having NIO Day very soon, but they put it on their Twitter again. They're reminding us of the big day that's coming, guys. December 18th. Mark your calendars. NIO is going to have their NIO Day. I believe they're going to mention European expansion, their ET7, new models, Norway, all sorts of huge things. It's just a matter of time. I'm super, super excited. So with that said, guys, as long as the market continues to be in the green, which it most likely will, NIO is going to continue to see a rise right back up to the really high numbers that we are anticipating. I easily see NIO going back to the mid to high 30s within a couple of days, and then leading up to NIO Day, I could easily see this thing, if the market allows it, to go all the way up to the 40s, mid to high 40s perhaps. And then if NIO has a huge announcement, which we are anticipating, I do think they're going to have something huge. We could easily see this thing explode. I think it's going to be huge. But once again, guys, regardless of what happens in the short term, I'm still very bullish for NIO. This company has insane potential, and my thesis has not changed. With that said and done, guys, thank you for listening. I wish you all the best, and I do see the potential in NIO. NIO to the moon, and peace out.